Baruch Atah Asherah, Anat Melecha Ha'olam, Asher Kedishanu Mitzvotav V'tzivanu L'hitatif L'tzitzit. Good morning, baby love. How are you? It's really nice to see you. I'm really well today, baby love. I got up before dawn for the first time in a really long time, and I've been awake for a while, and it was really nice to have a slow, thoughtful morning where I could do all the things that I wanted to do without feeling like I was in a rush, because I woke up early enough. And that feels really nice. You have a wonderful day too, Fiber Faye. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I like waking up before the day begins, as opposed to after. It feels nice. I'm really happy to be on early, Salty. I was just saying how nice it is that it is early in the morning and I do not feel like I'm in a rush. It's very nice. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So what are we going to do this morning? We're going to hang out with this goddess. This is Kitesh. Isn't she great? She's just so great. I don't know. What are we doing? We're saying some words. We're going to say Kaddish, which is another way of saying Kitesh. We're going to start. The first sacred word that we're going to say is listen. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. ואהבת את ענת אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך וחיו הדברים האלה אשר נוחים מצווך היום על לבביך Yeshinantam Nivanecha Vidibarta Bam, Beshiftecha Bavitecha Vlechtecha Havaderch, Uvshach Becha Uvkumecha, Ukshartam Laohut Al Yadecha, Avicha Yultatafot Beninecha, Uchtav Taham, Amizazat Beitecha, Uvihisharecha. Vichaya, Ki Viachaya Velohecha. El ha'artz asher nisbai lavatecha, le'avram le'yitzchak ul Yaakov, latet lach avrim gedolot v'tavot asher lo vanita, uvatim mili'im kol tova asher lo mileta, uverot hatzavim asher lo hasava, ke'arim vizitim asher lo natata, ve'alachta v'shavata, hishamer lecha pen tishchach et yoreh asher tishacha mi'eretz mitzrayim mibet avadim. I saw that rainbow. It went away, because there's clouds, but the rainbow might be back. When Yahweh Eloheinu brings you into land that he swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to assign to you, cities that you did not build, and hewn cisterns that you did not hew, vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant, and houses that you did not fill. Take heed that you do not forget Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. I wish I could speak other languages too, Salty. I don't actually speak this one. I just have some litanies memorized. I've been reading this novel called The Red Tent. It came out in like 1997. It's not like a recent thing. But really cool to read like feminist Genesis fan fiction. Like, I forgot that existed. It's very interesting. The story is about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Mostly Jacob. Jacob and Jacob's daughter. And the matriarchs of the Abrahamic lineage. Because there aren't many stories about them. And it's been really cool. Like, there are some things about the book, like, I don't necessarily like some of her portrayals, but, like, it's good fiction. I'm doing really good. What's up? I'm having a really nice time today. So, we're going to read some fiction today. We've been reading the Enuma Elish. Enuma Elish is this Babylonian creation myth from a long, long time ago. Even to remember some of it is impressive. The prayers. Well, you know, I've said this to you before, like, they were drilled into me, those words, right? Like, the meaning of the words isn't really their meaning, right? Like, I can tell you, that prayer translates to be this statement about the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, and how he brought you to the Holy Land, and so you should feel grateful for the land you occupy and remember the violence that brought you there. Right, like, I do think that the meaning of that prayer, the rhetorical meaning is important, but, like, that wasn't how I originally learned that prayer. Like, I originally learned that prayer just as, like, a bunch of syllables that were, like, repeated to me over and over and over and over again throughout my childhood. And I had no idea what they meant, but I knew them, and I remembered them because you can't be in an environment like that and not remember them. And, like, that's culture, right? Like, knowledge that you have without even understanding its meaning. It's just in you. Right? It's wild. So, here's this old story. Old piece of culture that, like, I'm basically reading this, I'm repeating this to you because other people in the distant past repeated it, and simply because they repeated it a lot, I have it to repeat to you today. It was important to them then, and so it gets preserved until now. And I get to repeat it again, and regardless of what it means, that repetition has its own meaning. Once Marduk heard the words that the gods had declared, he was then determined to accomplish unparalleled deeds, directing his words to Ea of the plan he was mulling over. My thought is to collect blood, and construct bones also. My thought is to create a primitive man, to be called man. So thus I am well inclined to give rise to primal humanity, and the work which is now done by the gods, he will do, so that the gods will not be required to labor forevermore. Through this, I will alter dramatically life among the gods, so that they might be viewed as one, even if in two camps. What a phrase! Men will take over the work of gods, and in so doing, the gods will be unified in their no longer having a need to do creative labor. Interesting. Ea replied to him and said these words to him, to Marduk, relating to him what he thought would bring the gods rest. Then have one who has been rebellious be brought forward, that he might be slain, so that people might thus be made, and then bring together a council of all the high gods, have the offender handed over and convicted for his offense. So thus Marduk brought together a council of the high gods, and related to them without trouble the details of the plan. Passing on his commands, the gods listened attentively, and they heard everything which he communicated to them. Thus the king directed his words to Anunnaki, saying, "The decision you have made to crown me king shall endure. May it not be superseded. And I will forever speak the law, and declare every statute on matters I have dominion over. Who is the one who is responsible for provoking this war and encouraging Tiamat to gather together a battle force? Have this one who gave rise to the war brought before me, so that he might be judged and sentenced for his offense, so that you, the gods, will no longer be troubled by him." Then Igigi, the high gods, provided their answer to him, to Lord Lugal-Dimir Anika, judge of the gods, saying, "The one you seek is Kingu. It is he who provoked the war. It was he who encouraged Tiamat to gather a battle force." And thus they chained him and brought him before Ea, and they judged and sentenced him and spilled his blood. From this Ea made humankind. From out of his lost blood to him they gave the labor of the gods, thus freeing them. Then, after the knowledgeable Ea had made humankind, he had him do the labor of the gods, a deed beyond words, for Nudimmud did it with the wondrous power of Marduk. So, Tiamat has a regent, right, who she makes war with, and they take this regent and they try him, and then they kill him. And then, in so doing, they don't redeem mankind. That idea had to wait another 3,000 years or so. They don't redeem mankind, they create mankind, right? Mankind is created from the defeat and sacrifice of the previous god king, the one aligned with the dragon creatrix, Tiamat. These old stories, they still bite. What does it mean to be sacrificed to create the world? Like, what is that? Why is that, like, in our culture, right? That this human world that we live in, right? This kingdom was made from the sacrifice and death of a god. Remember, when you eat from your vineyards that you did not fill, vineyards that you did not plant, and olives. Why can't I speak it? Olive groves you did not plant, and olives and vineyards that you did not plant. In any case, what does it mean to be eating from those vineyards and olive groves and hewn cisterns when they came through sacrifice? That's the question. The world is made with pain. I don't know how to conclude that. I think about that every day. Like, honestly, I think about that all the time, right? But not in a way that I usually know how to convey, right? That creation has suffering strewn through it. The stories we tell about life are filled with death, right? And what does that mean for my own morality, right? My sense of justice, my sense of how to treat people well, fairness. Don't know. Jaya Jaya Ratiya Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jaya Ratiya Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jaya Ratiya Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jaya Rati Venkantaramana Venkantaramana Sankataharana Sitarama Radhe Shama Jaya Jaya Rati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Samba Sadashiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jaya Rati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jaya Rati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jaya Rati Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimurti Avatara Jaya Jaya Rati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Rati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Rati Sankarachaya Sankarachaya Advaita Gurave Jaya Jaya Rati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jaya Rati Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jaya Rati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shri Rama Priyaye Jaya Jaya Rati Ayappa Samine Ayappa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jaya Rati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jaya Rati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jaya Rati Venugopala. There's the rainbow again. Natatra Suyobati Natanjakaratam Lima Vidyobati Kutoya Magni Twameva Bantamidvandi Sarvam Tasya Basya Samritam Vivanti Om Gange Kayamane Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Siddhi Kaveriya Namastitam Namo Namaha. Yes, we're on early. It's around 8:45 in the morning for me. Good morning, Courtney. How are you? Twameva mata, chapita twameva, twameva bandisha saka twameva, twameva vidya, javinam twameva, twameva sarvam mama deva deva, kayena vacha, manasendriyarva, buddhyatmanava prakrite sabhavad, karomi adyad, mangalam parasmahe, narayana hiti sarmarpayami, sarvadhamam pravichayam amikam saranam raja, aham sva sarva papayo mokshayami masicha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these I dedicate to you. Oh my God. Hi. Hi. Kali. Kaylee, Kali. Kaliborn Camp. I am having a good morning. I'm glad to share it with you. I don't want to pray to my maker, no, no. I just want to be feeling free. Not just who I am, but the pink and golden land and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. And it's not much good to walk, better to talk it. Ooh, flip that. Not much good to take, better to give. We are all forgiven and forgotten of our sins. So I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So pardon God and Mom. What I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, hey, we don't want to pray. Pray, I love Allah, Allah made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, I made good. And Anat made bad. Elohim, you made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Love Allah. God made me. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Kristen. I'm going to go out with my students today for a walk. We're going to climb up a creek bed and look for mushrooms. It's nice to see you here, gay best friend. Kali, I have been streaming very regularly for a long time, actually. I took a break of about 4 months. And when I took a break of about 4 months, the people who started seeing these streams shrank dramatically. So now these streams are very tiny. Because TikTok doesn't show them to other people anymore. But it's okay, because it's got this nice intimate feeling now that it didn't have when there were a bunch of people questioning my gender. So, take the good with the bad. I love having students here. They're really, really lovely kids. I enjoy my time with them immensely. Good morning, Betty. Good morning, Rachel. So now we're going to say Kaddish. And Kaddish is a prayer of mourning, right? I don't know how many of you were here at the very beginning of the stream. I said, hey, today we're going to hang out with this lady. Right? This is Katesh. Kaddish is dedicated to her. Today and every day. It's her name. Holy prayer. And this holy prayer in particular is a prayer of mourning and grief. Right? We say these words so that we can collectively acknowledge the things that we are missing, and the things that we cannot let go of, and the people in our life who are no longer here to support us. And we remember all that we have lost, and all that we have yet to lose, all that we need to lose to be the people that we want to be. And we say these words together to remind ourselves that we are not alone. The words go like this. Yid Gadal, Vid Gadash, Shemei Rabbah. Biama Devrachite, Viamlich Malchite, Bachayachon of Yomechon of Chayed Kolbe Israel, Bagala, Bisman Karifim, Amen. Yehe Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Lialam, on May, on Maya, Yid Barach, Vishtabach, Vit Baar, Vit Ramam, Vit Naseh, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemei, de Kudesha, Berichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush birchata v'nechemata, Diamiran Biama Vimmer, Amen. Yehesh Lamarabah, Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu V'yochol Yisrael, Vimru Amen, Ose Shalom Vimmermav, Huya Ase Shalom, Aleinu V'yochol Yisrael, Vimru Amen. Ose Shalom Vimmermav, Huya Ase Shalom Aleinu, V'yalechol Yisrael, Vimru Amen. What language is this? What language are we speaking? Oh, I don't know. Speaking some strange conglomeration of symbols that has changing meanings depending on your perspective. So, I did not make any grains today. But, I was planning on going downstairs to the kitchen to make food. Typically when I do that, I sign off. Good morning, Danny girl. How is newlywed life? Would do what growing up, disastrous divinations? Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate you being here. Anyway, what I was thinking was that, maybe I can go downstairs and make breakfast with you down there. I think that's what I would like to do. I haven't done that in a really long time, but or ever actually. I haven't made breakfast downstairs in a really long time. I've never brought you down there, so I think I'm gonna do that. And yeah, it'll be nice. Thank you, Courtney. Yeah, I really like making that pattern. Right, it's this pattern here. I don't do it every day because it's like a little over the top, but I do really like the way that it looks. So I've been practicing doing it. Okay. What if I played a little bit? I have time. I have time to play, so I can make breakfast with you all, and let me try to do a thing. Field trip. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a field trip, but first, I got this new makeup pen. It's black, but I've been wanting to use it. Something like that. Just a little line. And then we do the same on the other side. Little lines. It's very hard to do in the phone. I think I made it look worse. But yeah, I don't actually dare to do anything more than that because I think it'll just be awful. But that's what I did. Branching. This is the simplest pattern in the world, right? It's how life goes. You have one thing, then you make another one, and they're attached at the bottom. That's the basic growth pattern. So I like to put it on my body. It's on my feet. Have I shown you that? It's on my feet. Here, this one's better. Ba-ba-ba. It's a very important pattern. So I put it on my eyes. Yeah, let's take a field trip. Let's go make some breakfast.